What do you think, Lightning? Is it good enough to film here? What do you think? I think so. I think it's probably good enough to film here. Good boy. Hey everybody. Welcome back to Vibes and Frequencies. My name is Nathan. I'm host, facilitator of Vibes and Frequencies space. And today we are walking through nature and just tapping into the inner peace that is within all of us. And just sharing space here in a kind of energetic conversation. Oh, buddy. He's feeling it out here. So I've attached my really nice microphone on top that seems to be pretty good at picking up all of the sound around us. So you may find yourself hearing lots of nice bird sounds and things too. I'll show you around a little bit more. Good boy, Light. You're doing such a good job, buddy. Good job. So an interesting thing that I noticed is I've always found peace in the nature. The nature. It's always kind of been the space where I find myself recharging a lot and just feeling really good. And a lot of this is because there's a lot of chaos in our society and our day-to-day lives. You know, I don't have to explain it to you guys. And it can get to be a lot. I mean, in your opinion, what is the most chaotic part of our society and day-to-day life that makes it challenging for you? Because for me, it's the lack of nature. It's the way that the nature's been kind of built on top of. And I don't know what it is. I've just always really loved being out here in it, you know? And so whenever I find myself back in these spaces, it's very powerful. So for a long time in my life, my peace came to me being out on hiking trails, you know, being in the nature, exploring around, adventuring different parts of the world and things like this. This is where a lot of my peace has always come from. How about you? Where does your peace come from? Because recently, wow, this is so cool. Check this out, guys. Because recently I discovered something kind of interesting that I'd heard people say before, but, you know, you can hear people talking. What you think? He's doing such a good job, guys. He's really my top best friends list right now. I love him. He's my son, you know. But recently I feel like you can hear people talk about certain concepts and things like this. But it doesn't always just like hit and really resonate. A lot of times it ends up being an intellectualization, you know? Like, oh yeah, I get it. I understand. But then one day you just feel it. All of a sudden. It's no longer an intellectualization. All of a sudden you're here. In it. You know? And what it is for me is that the nature has always been my place of peace and healing and finding my happiness and this profound sense of oneness, you know. This is the kind of space where I've always felt God really speaks to and through me. Oh, wow. It looks like there's like some broken down truck over there built into the hill. We'll walk towards that to show you. That looks cool. But suddenly, peace erupts, which is a really funny way of putting it. Peace is so peaceful. Eruptions are chaotic. But peace erupts from within. And the nature isn't just this. The nature is everything. Everything is the nature of our universe and reality and experience in it. So I figured out that it's time to stop figuring things out. Look how cute this guy is. Good boy, Light. Good boy. You're doing such a good job, buddy. He's so awesome. Trying to get you guys a better angle of him. He's so cute. It's time to stop figuring things out. Because when I'm sitting there trying to figure things out, suddenly I'm building on top of what's actually here. And the funny thing is that what I always disliked about society and the way that our world is, is all these things built on top of what is here, getting in the way. And it's quite a funny joke, because it turns out that's what I've been doing this whole time, trying to figure things out and understand them. So this nature, this sense of peace that I've always gotten from all around me, is here all of the time. And it comes from within, you know? Because we don't need to figure things out anymore. You know, I guess we never really did, but I think it's part of the game, originally speaking, for many of us. This is the truck thing I was talking about. Check that bad boy out. For those of you who know I live in my van, I'm gonna trade it in. I don't need it anymore. I'm gonna live in this. What do you think, Light? You wanna live in there? You wanna be held a little bit? All right, come on, I'll pick you up. Here you go. So it's interesting, because when I kind of decided to stop trying to understand and figure stuff out, and stop projecting my own plan and idea of the way things are supposed to look and how they're supposed to be, and what does this mean? And it's funny because it bleeds into a lot of what I was doing in my spiritual journey for a long time, you know? I would see synchronicity numbers or messages or things, and then I'd sit there and try and understand what it means. This means this. This is a symbol of this. This is the universe telling me this, this. Always understanding. I was always understanding all of it, you know? And I was building on top of the nature. I was building on top of the nature. The place that is so joyous and so beautiful and so pure. The OG creation, you know? Surrender to it, you know? There's no point in understanding. Just appreciate, you know? Enjoy. What do you think, Light? He agrees. Though he does get a bit whiny sometimes, but he's a baby, you know? He's new to this game going on here. He's got time. He's got time. So I'm curious to hear from you. Where does that peace come from, you know, in your reality? And have you ever noticed how sometimes there are these spaces or events or another person in our life or something that we feel a lot of happiness from? But the happiness was always coming from within you. It always was. And it still is. But I think that a lot of us flip the switch off for most of our lives. And we only give certain things permission to appreciate the present moment. We only give certain things permission to make us happy. So we're constantly turning that light off. And then there's other times where we're turning it on. So I think, you know, I'll pick you back up, buddy. Okay. Come on. I think originally it's funny because when we have like kinds of realizations and stuff, when we're out on our hikes of life, and we're taking little twists and turns and things are happening, we're always understanding them. Oh yeah. I get it. I need to just leave the light switch on. I need to turn it on and leave it on. Turn on your light and leave it on. Turn on that love light. But you don't even have to turn on the light. There's not even a light at all, you know? I once made a video when I was traveling in Oregon while I was at a stream, kind of like this, a little bit more powerful of a stream in terms of the amount of water and the force of it. And I made a video about how a lot of us are constantly trying to swim upstream and carve our own path, the path that we think is right. But there's something highly intelligent about water. It just flows. You know, it just goes with the path that is presented to it. That is the path of least resistance, and over time, the water carves itself deeper into the land. Over time. Without knowing, just surrendering to the path, you know. And I actually deleted that video about a week after making it because a bunch of people were disliking the video. So funny that I deleted the video. Trying to change the past, trying to change the future, trying to change the present moment. Oh man. So right now, I'm actually up in these mountains about 2 hours out of San Diego. I'm just kind of vibing around and feeling where the weather takes me. And Light and I have just been appreciating the gift of being here these past few days. We're really lucky, you know? This peace that we're feeling, it doesn't end. It doesn't need to be turned off. It doesn't need to be turned on. It's just here because of the way that it is. And in surrendering to the nature around you, a lot of us feel that. Imagine what would happen if you surrendered to the nature within you. This, I don't know what to call it. I don't know. But it's really special, this gift we've got here. Living on a floating rock in space. There's magic all around us and everything. And the place we feel it is within. Got anything to say, Light, before we finish this one up? Tell them something good. Light is a guy of much wisdom. There's no need to say anything when the present moment's just doing it all for you. Thanks a lot, guys. If you like this video, if you like the vibe of these kind of walks, definitely click the thumbs up button. Definitely go below and let me know what you liked about this video. You know, we can get more of it going for sure. And make sure to subscribe for future episodes and new series always coming out, and for future episodes of the series you guys are already loving. We're here. We're here. Much love. Once again, my name's Nathan, and I'll see you very soon. Have a good one.